Next I have Cathy Fuentes-Rohwer, followed by Rachel Burns.
Hello. Every day I send my middle schooler to school, as Marianne was saying earlier, on the bus, and you do that with a sense of faith that the people in his life will keep him safe, and I think that the teachers come to school ready to keep them safe. I think worst case scenario is when somebody comes in and enters the school, and it's not to say that I'm not frightened by that, but it is to say that I know that there are a lot of other needs before that. And so I'm really in opposition to this bill because I feel like it incentivizes and it sets aside money that we don't seem to have for some of those rural districts for guidance counselors and social workers. And even the class sizes are growing as public schools are losing money to charter and voucher schools. It's that interconnection that stops bullying in its tracks. We don't have bullying funding for that kind of thing. It's being able to have that kind of attention paid to those kids. And I thought legislation should come from a need in the community that people are bringing to their legislators, and it may be that some are wanting this, as I hear, but I think the majority of people don't want this, and I'm concerned that it will stop teachers who are already not wanting to come into our schools to teach because they aren't getting paid enough, because we need to at least give like 3% more annually for public schools, not voucher and charter schools. But I think it'll stop them from wanting to go in there if they have to also be concerned about there being guns on the scene. And I know that for me, I'd be very uncomfortable if there were teachers toting guns in my kid's school. And so maybe we're not concerned about losing that, but I also looked at what the president of the National School Safety and Security Services said. He says teachers want to be armed with textbooks and computers, not guns. And I would say that what I hear on the ground is that there are an increasing number of children that are living in crisis and trauma. And what they want are resources and backup. Like if you have inclusion for special needs, we need more people who will be those inclusion teachers. We need more attention paid to these children that have mental health issues and regular health issues and all those kinds of things. We have a small school district near us that shares a social worker with another school district. We cannot be spreading these resources that thin. And maybe there were breakdowns in systems that kept people from being able to get the help they needed. I'm going to let other people talk about how those people with mental health issues got their hands on guns, but I will say that I think that it's a grave concern to have more guns, and I don't think it's an answer. And I would hate to see these tax dollars going to this over, professional development that teachers don't receive anymore. Thank you.
Seeing no question, thank you, Cathy. Next I have Rachel Burns, followed by Emily Cole.